and beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself.
Shalom, children. Today we are going to be taking a deeper look at this week's Torah portion to see where it speaks of Yeshua Ha'Mashiach. We are in the book of Bamidbar. The parashah this week is called Nasso, which in Hebrew means take a census or lift up the head. Let's hear a summary of the parashat. The counting of the people in the wilderness continues. This time, the focus is on Levite men aged between 30 and 50, who will be doing the actual work of transporting the tabernacle. When they are counted, their numbers total over 8,000 men. Adonai then tells Moshe, anyone who has become unclean with sa'arat must be put outside of the camp. Details are then given for what to do if a wife has a relationship with a man who is not her husband. Also given is the law of the Nazir, which includes letting his or her hair grow long, not drinking wine, and being forbidden to become contaminated through touching a dead body. Aharon and his descendants, the Kohanim, are instructed on how to bless the people of Israel. And the parashah ends with details of each leader of the 12 tribes of Israel bringing their offerings for the dedication of the altar. Yeshua said, "If you believed Moshe, you would believe me, because he wrote about me." So let's dig a bit deeper to see if we can find Yeshua in the scriptures. Last time, we learned take a census in Hebrew is lift up the head, but it can also mean to literally count the number of people. When a country takes a census today, it is to find out where people live, what people do in their free time, where they work, and how much money they have. But Adonai is more interested in what is in your heart and where you place your trust. Yeshua said, "Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up treasures for yourselves in heaven. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Today's census, or counting of people, focuses on those who are going to be doing work within the Mishkan. We read of one of the family groups. This is the service of the clans of the Gershonites, in serving and bearing burdens. Their role within the community creates a beautiful shadow picture of Yeshua. Yochanan wrote of Yeshua saying, "And he, bearing his cross, went out to a place called the place of a skull." And Shimon Kifar, one of the disciples, said, "He personally carried our sins in his body on the cross, so that we can be dead to sin and live for what is right." Yeshua carries the burdens of Israel on his shoulders. Indeed, he told the people, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." Yochanan would later write in a letter, "For this is the love of Adonai, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not burdensome. From this, we can conclude we need to put down those heavy burdens, such as worry and unforgiveness, and pick up what is light yet necessary for our journey of faith. That is the Torah. And then we will find rest in Yeshua. As we read the Parashat and learn more today about the family group of Gershonites, we discover how they were responsible for the items which created a boundary around the tabernacle, such as the hangings of the court and the hanging for the door of the gate of the court. Gates and walls are a form of protection, and in the case of the curtains in the courtyard, they help to create a sense of the Mishkan being set apart. This reminds me of another one of the roles of the Levites, that of teaching the people Adonai's commandments, which also act as a boundary when we put them around our lives. Do you like to give gifts to others? They don't have to cost a lot of money in order to be special. We give what we can. This is where we get the saying, it's the thought that counts. Our parashah ends with gift giving, and lots of it. It is introduced in chapter 7. Then the leaders of Israel, the heads of families who were the tribal leaders in charge of those who were counted, made offerings. A long list then follows of all the items they gave. Their sacrifices are a type and shadow of each one of us. We all have an opportunity to bring gifts to the temple. But if there is no actual temple for us to contribute toward, we may wonder how any of this can apply to us. Well, Shimon Kifar explained, "You are living stones that Adonai is building into his spiritual temple. What's more, you are his holy priests. You offer spiritual sacrifices that please Yahweh." But what is a spiritual sacrifice? The Brit Hadashah tells us, "Let us continually offer the sacrifice of praise to Elohim, that is, the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name. And I beseech you therefore, brethren, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to Elohim." And according to the author of the letter to the Hebrews, caring for others when the opportunity arises is one way we can offer spiritual sacrifices in a very real way. He wrote, "Do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to Elohim." All these numbers listed in the first few chapters of Bamidbar can be a bit overwhelming, but the census taken in the wilderness points to a final counting of his people, one that takes place at the end of this age. The prophet Jeremiah spoke of it saying, "In the cities of the mountains, in the cities of the lowland, in the cities of the south, and in the cities of Yehudah, the flocks shall again pass under the hands of him who counts them." Not only do sheep pass under the hand of the good shepherd Yeshua, he told his taught ones, "For the Son of Man will come in the glory of his Father with his messengers, and then he will reward each according to his works." So until then, let's be about doing kingdom work, for we should all long to hear from the King when he does arrive. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I will make you rule over many things. Enter into the joy of your Elohim.
Well, children, that is the end of our study for today. So we will see you next time, when we search the scriptures together. Shalom.
Give ear, O shepherd.